If you know me well, you know that I'm fascinated with the mystical aspects of our Christian faith, the elements of scripture and ritual that are shrouded in mystery, the gray areas, the maybes and the what ifs of this weird, broken, beautiful world we live in. And what is more mysterious than a story about a talking donkey who is trying to warn his owner about an invisible angel that is standing in the middle of the road with a flaming sword? As a side note, the next time you encounter a fundamentalist religious zealot who claims the Bible is inerrant, divinely inspired, free from error, and completely true, ask them if they think Balaam's donkey spoke in Hebrew or Aramaic. I actually Googled that question to see if anyone online had weighed in on this, and shocker, many have. But my favorite side conversation on this topic is not what language the donkey spoke, but what the donkey sounded like. In one online thread, someone wrote, "It was being forced to talk by God, so it would have spoken the smooth tones of Morgan Freeman." Another person wrote, "No, it would have sounded like Eddie Murphy, who voiced the donkey in Shrek." And someone else wrote, "It sounded like it was a little hoarse." The Bible is actually filled with animal stories, as we point out every year on Animal Blessing Sunday. A whale swallows Jonah, lions lay down at the feet of Daniel in their den, ravens play Florence Nightingales and feed the prophet Elijah, and Jesus used lambs and sheep and goats and birds and serpents and doves in all of his parables to teach us about God's world. But only this donkey and one very famous snake in the Garden of Eden are recorded as having spoken. Now, anyone who loves or works with animals or studies animals will tell you that animals are constantly communicating with each other and with us if only we pay attention. And perhaps it is Balaam's lack of paying attention that is at the core of this story. Balaam was a spiritual shaman. He was an independent medium, if you will, working in Canaan while the Israelites were invading the land. Now remember, the promised land that they were coming into was occupied, so the Israelites were systematically taking over the region. Okay, that is very problematic, but we'll have to tackle that in another sermon. So the storyline that we're following today is when Balaam is contacted by the Moabite king to see if he can stop the Israelites from taking over the land. Put a little curse on them is how he phrases it.